Three, two. Yay, audience. Glad you join us.
We're late, and you guys are probably asleep, but it's all good.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to watch a game with my boss, audience.
Brother trying to keep his job.
Yeah. Do what I can. I mean, hey, I got him an autograph from one of his childhood heroes. That's how committed I am to the job, you know?
Well, it is what it is.
And granted, I accidentally had his childhood hero give him the middle finger, but still, that's a story for a different day. Like,
Well, yeah, it is what it is.
yep,
Uh,
yep, yep.
Anybody watching anything cool lately?
Do you count
This
our
is so
team?
bro. No need for small talk. Quickly tell me who your name is. Let's go.
Okay. Well, welcome to Comic Fanatic Reviews of the Week. You're here with me, Cryptid Zeker 415. I don't do multiple intros in a week, so.
You have me, Jake Talano, here to report to you that the Jedi are perfect. They always were, and they always will be. Put respect on their name. All right.
It's
Okay.
me, the gay Jake of Tylenol. I'm replacing Witch as our. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make a joke. So I'm replacing Witch, but it's actually Austin. I'm in disguise as Jake as Witch, and there you go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And together we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. And on Tuesdays, now new to the channel, we only talk about comics. So if
Mm-hmm.
anything newsworthy came out between today and tomorrow, well, tough luck.
Yeah.
You know.
For reference,
Thank you.
I'm a wall, but I have Jake and Witch painted on me, so I can be both.
Austin is the cousin of Amanda Waller, because they're
Yeah.
both, the Wall family. So
And I'm an amalgamation of a Canadian and American audience. Look at that.
speaking of Waller, we'll be talking about Austin's cousin today, and
Yeah.
very soon. So,
Certainly so.
yeah.
But anyway, guys, guess we should just get started. Let's talk about Deadpool number 4, audience. Great book, I gotta say. Like, especially if you're into if your Deadpool was Jerry Duggan's Deadpool, this is a book for you. You know, you're picking up from what happened at the last issue, where Taskmaster says, "Yeah, I'm putting his daughter Ellie through boot camp." So you started off with both Taskmaster and Ellie. They're in the ring, and Taskmaster just basically beating the crap out of Ellie. And keep in mind, she ain't wearing no bodyguards or any protection like that. And because in Taskmaster's defense, he's like, "Hey, I gotta test your healing factor, Missy." And I was like, "God damn it!" Like even Princess from around who's standing around the corner is just like, "Oh, I wanna bite this guy's, well, you know what, for what he's doing to my sister." But eventually, all the blows, all the kicks, all the roundhouses, eventually, Ellie starts developing her healing factor to the point where she's actually being more responsive. Okay, now she's starting to get the rhythm of it, and she's actually able to strike one blow to Taskmaster's head in the form of a kick. And Taskmaster was okay with it. Next thing you know, he has Ellie hitting the weights, like this these weights that probably are like what 200 pounds or something like that, and Taskmaster's forcing her to hold that for 30 minutes. You
Average
know,
teenage girl, by the way.
yeah, not really, because like she's suffering, she's like in pain, then but then Taskmaster's just like, look, I'm working on a theory, kid. You just got to trust me. And before you know it, oh shoot, she's able to lift it. Like it doesn't hurt
You're,
anymore.
you're telling me they're giving her adaptive powers as well as the already a reset time, reset body thing.
No, it didn't get to that level. Apparently, okay, this is all just Deadpool and Taskmaster. They're trying to test out her abilities because she has a healing factor, from what we saw in last issue, right? And they just want to test out what the powers of the limits are. Apparently, they try explaining her hyper awareness as like her her neurons connected at a much faster rate than a normal person because she has a healing factor. And in terms of like her lifting that dumbbell, in real life when you're lifting weights, when they use the term ripping, yeah, you are ripping the muscles in your body, and and your body repairs that over time, which is how they get stronger. So in Ellie's case, is she has a healing factor, right? Her muscles are ripping, but they're healing, so they're getting stronger naturally at a faster rate. They say that she's not going to be She-Hulk level strong, maybe Captain America, I guess, level strong, but that's it. Um, I guess like the whole regenerating back to her teenage body might be like a secondary mutation, or it might be the absolute point of her powers. We just haven't gotten there yet. Deadpool, he's taking this news rather well, but the one thing that kind of is worrying him a bit is whether or not she also got his cancer in the process. You know,
That's not how that works.
he's worried. He's worried. He's a concerned father, man. Like, but
I just think it's funny. Be like, my little girl got power. She's dying. Like, wait, what?
yeah,
That would
yeah,
happen. That's what happened to me when I got power.
yeah. I guess so. I guess so. But then Taskmaster reassures Deadpool that nope, according to my scans, she is in the clean bill of health. I mean, for God's sakes, I don't even think this girl's ever going to get a cold. Oh, and they actually do confirm her age in this book. She is 14 years old right now. So
Ain't
yeah,
no way she's only a few years younger than Kamala.
That's okay. The
I
world
didn't think of it that way, but yeah.
the world needs more young heroes that will never grow up because we have old heroes we have to keep intact.
Hmm. That's true. That's true.
Thanks, Spider Man. We're 24.
Yeah.
Like I could swear she was like in the probably at 10 years old when we first saw her. She was still really on
Exactly.
the
That's
young
what I'm
side.
saying. She was like 10 to
Yeah,
12 when we first saw her. I
yeah,
warmth and guarantee she was not 8 or anything like that. This girl should
yeah,
not be that younger than Kamala.
yeah. Yep. I mean, kids are very tricky. I know, like when they brought in Kamala's nephew, right? When her brother had a kid, everybody starts pointing out, okay, now you pretty much set a time limit, right? You're showing her brother marrying someone, then having a child, which would take at least a year. I mean, yeah, granted they rush things a lot with him and his wife, but still, now that baby's getting to the point of being able to walk on his own. Okay, so now how much time is really passing in Marvel time? That was not in a few months.
Look, bro, we're gonna time flight it and say all that took place in like 1 month. All right.
You probably. Oh well, you could also say that that kid is inhuman. So there you
There you
go.
go.
Okay, but anyway, so after this, Deadpool and his daughters, Ellie and Princess, they're eating at the table. Ellie wants to come with Deadpool on the mission, but Deadpool he gives the usual shit you would see like in a fodder in the superhero business, right? Look, I don't want you to come with me. Look, I don't want you in my life, or this and that. You could get hurt, this and that. So yeah, he's just
Deadpool
trying
being
to
a
trick
more
him.
responsible father than most superheroes is crazy to me.
I know, right? Yeah, he tried doing the responsible thing by keeping Ellie as far away from him as possible. Yeah, I'll
Thor's
send you.
mom strapped him to her chest and went to war.
That's as
Oh,
guardian, that's as guardian normalcy. Okay, you can't. That's different. That's a different
hey,
culture.
this.
I,
Hey,
I,
this is
I feel like Deadpool. Oh no, no. Okay, I'll give you Deadpool might like do that if he didn't have to. But if someone
yeah.
attacked that house and he has a baby, he'll demonstrate that baby to his chest and fight.
There's sure, but he's not as all right. Now that was Captain America's child. Okay, that would be different. All
Instead of Steve.
right.
Oh man, that would be something. But anyway, during this conversation, you come to find out that business isn't really going that good for Deadpool's business, especially since he already blew their budget on a hot tub in the roof, even though
What
they're
his business
literally
again?
installing. Huh?
What
He's
his
starting a
business?
he's starting a Merc business again.
Oh yeah, so we're back to Deadpool Fire. Deadpool what? Burst Fire, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And so far, the only people he has on his employee list is Taskmaster, Princess, and Taskmaster's assistant. Some schmuck from the Cody Ziegler run or something like that. That was working with Alchemex. I
Oh
forgot his
yeah, yeah,
name.
yeah. No, I know, yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so during the dinner, they get a video message from who else? Death Grip. The guy who's all about like yeah, the guy who's all about killing. Like you think of him as like a heathen from Naruto. Like I just want to find new ways to kill. And he recently just got in possession of the Muramasa blade. The blade that cancels healing factors.
The blade
So,
that's broken, the blade that was stolen by Lady Deathstrike.
hmm yeah, apparently there was a copy, or I think there were multiple ones, weren't there?
No, they're two different swords. But
Oh,
what's
okay,
different
two.
about the blade? What's up else? I don't know. Who cares?
Okay,
But they
yeah.
don't care.
Regardless, Death Grip is in possession of the Muramasa blade. He mentions it by name, and now he somehow broke it and kind of infused himself with it. He he's he thinks the best way to test out his skills is to kill somebody who's actually unkillable. Okay,
No, he
aim for the
didn't
top.
steal my plan for Lady Deathstrike. This is what I wanted her to do. I wanted to when she broke the blade, and she no, that was the blade broke, and she had the tip of the blade. She didn't have the full blade.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
wanted her to melt that and make it into her claws, and he didn't do it. And they give it to this man.
Well, he's not melting it. He just somehow has magically infused himself with it or its properties. So that's what ended up happening. Afterwards, Deadpool and Taskmaster use this message to backtrace him. So they come out to the cult.
Hmm.
And of course, the cult's like firing, and amazingly enough, these monks, they're actually ecstatic. They're like, it's as Master says, this is the unkillable one. Oh, let him teach us lessons. What? Okay. You remember that scene in Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run where like the Inhumans were threatening to kill his messenger, Thanos'
Yeah.
messengers, and like, let me ask you, do you punish your children by giving them candy? And then the messenger has like all his other troops kill themselves. He's like, yo, yeah, we want death. So
Yeah.
if you want to kill us, yeah, yeah, you're giving us what we want. Like, goddamn. Ugh. Imagine what sort of water group things these guys do together. Wink, wink. But I'm thinking like those little friendly critters from South Park level shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about them.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, Deadpool, Taskmaster, they handled them pretty easily, and Taskmaster's there left to. They do some good combos. Taskmaster's there left to handle them while Deadpool's out looking for Death Grip. I kind of like this like little line he says. He's like saying, hello, Mister Death Grip. It's me, your friendly neighborhood Deadpool. And I know you said no gifts, but I brought a few magazines just for you." Okay, okay, yeah, he has some good. Cody Ziegler has some good humor in this.
Well, you
Yeah.
need humor in a story like this.
Exactly, exactly. So eventually, Deadpool does find Death Grip, and he's like, "Oh, hold on a second, let me read his line. The gift that you have for me will be allowing me to send you to your death." It's like, oh, wow. So Deadpool tries shooting at him. None of his bullets go through his force field or whatever. Like, yeah, of course he tries making some wisecrack jokes, but Death Grip is like, "Your humor will not save you here, Deadpool. For I have." And then Deadpool just goes and throws his pistol at him, and it works. It went through. Hey, hey, it's the little blows that count, audience. But he prefers to go hand to hand, and they fight it out. Unfortunately, that's when Death Grip does this like palm thing to Deadpool's chest, and something ignites inside Deadpool. He's like, "What the fuck?" Like you see his veins inside his brain. He starts coughing up blood. He's like, okay, okay. I've never felt something like that before." Now Death Grip's just joined us. Like, it would appear your sense of humor has been removed, mercenary. Let us see how deep the rabbit hole goes. He does like these hand signs and magic and whatever, and then he ends up slashing Deadpool, and that's when Deadpool realizes, oh shit, my healing factor's gone. Uh, yeah, one of the many gifts for one who takes the power of the Muramasa blade himself. And that's when Deadpool he starts feeling something that he hasn't felt in a long time. It's the feeling of fear. As the issue ends.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, it's a little bit fast paced. I mean, even Deadpool's kind of like acknowledging. Yeah, it seems like this whole arc is getting right to the point to fit for trade, or something like that. So yeah, nice, good sense of humor.
The next issue better not be his daughter coming here and save the day. Okay? Then like, look,
Well,
I'm not against Ellie helping Ellie Princess helping. But this
yeah,
thing is stopping healing factors and stuff, and you just got your powers, and your only training that you hit Taskmaster one time, I think beat your ass. Like I'll
yeah,
maybe wait until the next fight to show up. Is all I'm saying.
gotcha. It's funny you should mention that because the cover for the next issue is Ellie on her knees crying with Deadpool's hand held on her head. Oh no, Deadpool's head held in her hands, and he's like saying, "Can you grab Daddy's underarm?" as she's crying. So one way or another, we're getting Deadpool in the we're getting Ellie in the next issue. And keep in mind, the next issue, that's where we're going to see Deadpool die. So yeah, see what happens.
It won't be as
Yeah.
it
Who
won't be
knows?
as,
She might find a way to use her brain like every other black woman in Marvel Comics and
Oh
outsmart this
yeah,
person.
it won't be as cool as the 8 deaths of Spider-Man. I'll tell you that much. Right?
I guess. Man, I, it's interesting. I like what Chloe Ziegler's trying to do in exploring like her healing factor, given the fact that like it seems like it's just Deadpool's healing factor, but without his cancer, um, but without the drawback of like hey, blowing up her body because that happened once in Secret Invasion. Audience, the Skrulls took Deadpool's healing factor and put it into Skrull bodies exactly as it was. But Deadpool brings up, yeah, that healing factor is meant to work with my cancer because cancer kills cells, while my healing factor constantly produces cells. So if you take out the cancer, then your body's just going to keep producing more and more and more cells to the point where you boop pop like a zit, you know. But it doesn't seem like Ellie's going to have that drawback.
I mean, her
And
healing factor isn't as strong as his.
maybe, but I don't think that. Nah, it does a
I think
healthy
she's under.
dose of it.
Yeah. It's, her seems to be more like Captain America's, where it
Hmm.
stops when he's not when he's not doesn't need to be healed. It's not still trying to heal him. You know,
There you go.
it's
Yeah, it's
more
more
hers is more
controllable.
reactionary than Deadpool's like passive. They always healing. If that makes sense.
No, for
Yep, yep, that is true. I mean, I did like the point where, like, lifting the dumbbell, man. Like, yeah, muscles rip, but that's how they get stronger. That's your body repairing the muscles after an intense workout, you know?
yeah.
Yep, so I like that little touch of detail. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Not real much meaning to that. But yeah, we can go on to the next.
Okay.
Austin, do you want to do this one?
Sure. No slash one number 9. That's exactly what it is. No
Yeah.
slash one. Uh,
I said, wait. What if I said no to the topic? Do we skip it?
if you want to. But we put a lot of work into this topic this week, though. To be fair,
Yeah.
I guess so.
uh, yeah, I listened to the podcast for like the first time in a minute because I was trying to wait. But
Mhm.
right now, I got the problem with this book is there's so many people. I'm trying to remember these people's names. I'm looking at the page right now.
This is a better trade read because keep in mind, honest, you have to kind of listen to a podcast as you after you read each issue too.
And as we all
So
know, this is what casual comic fans want when they jump into a new
it,
universe. They don't care.
it,
They're
I
learning.
mean,
To be fair,
it,
they're not expecting this one to sell. They weren't expecting this one to be the hot seller of their franchise.
yep,
It's just their
yep.
opinion piece. It's not really connected to anything. It's a
No.
story they want to tell in this universe.
Yeah, it's a nice little. How can I say it? Maybe it's a, a pinch of salt makes a lot of difference, and the podcast was like a pinch of salt. It added a little bit of flavor, but it's not necessary. Well, oh shoot, I
Right.
shouldn't say it's not. I shouldn't say it's not necessary.
It's
Like,
necessary. It gives you more insight on certain
yep,
characters and their thoughts after the
yep,
issue ends, and
yep.
it
I mean,
really helps a lot. People.
I think like in issue 7, like they announced a whole thing about this comic is everybody doesn't know who No One is, and the podcast ended up telling potential suspects of who No One is, right? 3 people. And in the following issue, all those 3 suspects were the target of assassination. They're like, oh,
Jake,
damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Marvel to do this with Ultimate Spider-Man. By the way, when they
Ooh,
had how they gave Uncle Ben and J. Jonah Jameson on paper, I'm expecting them to do something special with that.
Oh, okay.
who is Spider Man? Oh, man. Okay, that would be something. Yeah. But,
But
yeah,
okay, I figured out how I'm gonna tackle the comic. I got it now.
yep. I
So
got it.
people know
I
that
got
this
it.
is Gotham City. This will be like early Gotham City. I guess the best way to describe this city.
Yeah. In Pennsylvania.
Yes, if Gotham was in Pennsylvania, this would be what
Hmm.
the city is. Right now, there was instead of the Batman, we got internet troll, no one, who decided to
Yeah.
dodge and expose everyone's little dirty little secrets without any real care about what happens after they come out.
Yep.
This whole series so
Accountable.
far has been more him trying to not only keep exposing people, but also fix the mistakes that they kind of made and cover
Yep.
their own track, but it isn't working that well.
Yeah, and it turns out like there's this one killer called the copycat killer who's like killing everybody he doxes.
And
And
there's
like,
been like 3 copycat killers.
yes, and like no one's going out and saying like, okay, look. I am in no way in collaboration with this copycat killer. I do not condone. I'm not condoning what he did. Uh, that yeah, this isn't me. All right, like, dude.
But Jake, no one's actions has been riling up this whole town to the
Yes.
point where now the laws have been passed that if you feel like you're in danger, you can beat up and shoot whoever you want to.
Yep.
Hey,
Basically.
And keep in mind, like this extends to like internet's comments.
Hmm.
Like if
hey,
you're in the
That next time you get bullied online, don't just close the screen and go do something else in your life. Get a gun and go to their house.
it's,
yes,
No, they don't have to
and
do it. Don't have to do
you
that. That was a joke.
no
get
that's actually what happened. Like this whole law got inspired by 2 people who were like in a chat room. They said one of them mentioned, yeah, I'm going to dox you like no one does. And then okay, let's say that person who made that threat is person A. Person B ends up finding that person and he's like shouting, oh, okay, so you're going to try no oneing me? Okay, bang, bang, bang. He shoots him and he gets away with it because he turned in all his private DMs to the authorities and, yeah, showed that he was feeling threatened, you know? Like, damn. So,
Jake, this is
yeah.
what happens when your vigilante doesn't crack down your city and
this is
Yeah.
you have faith in that person. This is why Batman, even if you're not saying he's saving the city, he's at least keeping it from getting a lot worse. If that
he's a
makes
Yeah.
he's a fail safe, you could say.
Yeah.
He's the hero
Yeah.
we have. This is the epitome of this is the hero we have, and not really
Yeah.
the guy we wanted.
This is the one that we're stuck with.
You see, I'm more angry at no one in this because like okay, but Batman situation, you do good, man. You keep the city intact. Your whole point in life is is to keep crime off the streets or fight against crime. No one. A lot of this is about accountability. So
Yeah.
I would really like to know what is your accountability in all of this, dude?
At the end of this, no one has to turn himself in, or this book is a failure,
Yes,
in my opinion.
yes, yes.
But
Like
let's
you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. No one. You want everybody else to pay for their crimes, but you? Come on.
yeah, Jake. He went after corrupt politicians, corrupt cops, anybody who did shady stuff that they didn't really that they lie about to win cases or anything. He exposed all that to the world, and now everyone's
Yep.
doing it. And now there's a law where you feel threatened, you can take care of that because all the deaths that
Yep.
have happened over the series.
Yep.
This
Like
leads
there's
to
this.
cases like a little girl getting bullied. She had to pull a
Yeah.
gun in school
Yep.
and kill her buddy.
There's this one guy who's just coming into his parking lot, right? He's going into the elevator, and you see this one contractor or safety guard around him, and the guy's like saying, "Keep looking at me and see what happens." And as he's getting on the elevator, the crossing guard comes and shoots him. I'm like, God damn, what? Even verbal
Jake,
shouts are enough to kill.
Jake, this series reminds me of your favorite line from Halloween Kills, which is "Evil dies tonight," where a mob
Hmm.
mentality takes over the town. That's basically what this issue is for this book.
Bully dies tonight. Bully
Yep.
dies tonight.
Yeah,
Riots, buildings burnings, fighting all around the streets. Like you had this one guy who was on the who was on the news interview, right? He feels threatened because that interviewer kind of mocked him or insulted him, so he feels like his life is threatened because of that. So now that the law is passed, he's coming up to kill her.
this is the mother of the woman whose podcast we follow,
Yeah, yeah.
technically. In years.
Paige.
But
That's her name.
I believe the mama name is Alana.
Oh, it's like let me put up that bring up that.
Jake, there are too many people in this comic to name. I don't remember
Julie.
names regularly. I'm never going to remember everyone's name.
That's like,
The main girl is Julia Page, and her mother is Alana Page. Yeah, it's just fortunate enough that like they decided to put like at the end of this book like a picture of all the characters here and their names. Yeah, you kind of need
Oh,
that. Hmm.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I see it. Golly,
Yeah.
I could have looked down at the bottom. But okay.
Yeah.
But no one's trying to stop people from just killing people. He's jumping through windows and buildings trying to stop the crime. But
Yeah.
one man isn't enough to stop the city anymore. After all,
No.
he's basically Daredevil. He's not Batman. If you want to put it
Yeah.
like that, he's more Daredevil.
Mm,
I can
no.
probably do Hell's Kitchen, but after you get past
Nope.
those 2 blocks, I don't know what you want. That would
The whole city is on fire, audience, and I'm not even exaggerating that. Like, damn.
well, yeah, the guy kills 14 people on his way to kill Alana Page, who is
Yep.
who is I want to say she's not really antagonist, but was the opposite force of our heroes for a minute. She's the
Hmm.
one who went against everything Julia, who would be the close Julia and Ben, who will be the closest people who have the protagonists so far.
Yep.
Uh, she was the opposite of them. So if they're
well, it's kind of
CNN, then she's Fox News. The
it's
mom
kind
is
of
Fox News.
it's kind of
Yeah.
pointless stopping them because they're legally protected by the law, so they don't go to jail, and they might get to try it again. So it's
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, that was but I think that's the point of showing no one himself that everything's coming out of hand. Because his final picture in this video, I mean this comic, is him taking off his mask and looking at the city for the first time in the city. We don't see his face because they make his head shadow. Well,
Yep.
they in the back of his head shadow, but he had to take off his mask and truly look at the city. That's why I think he
Yep.
turned himself in this issue.
And the worst part is like the next issue is actually the last issue. I'm getting like this doesn't feel like a penultimate issue. Like what you need to get the big sense of a reveal of the who no one is. I'll take one issue, and then in the following issue, you're going to have to see, okay, how did this person get to there? The backstory, what have they been
I think
doing, like
they're
in
getting an
issues?
extended issue where like a way bigger issue than regular for next book issue.
They better, man. They better. Like, this story, it doesn't. It's not going to end with the next issue. Like, even if it's an extended story, because I don't know where this character goes after this. Like, it's not like he's going to be popping up in Radiant Black or anything. I mean, what's he going to do?
I'm interested to see, his next step, which I would
Yeah.
say that that's probably the best thing the comics has done. This is such a unique, different take of a hero than any other
Mm-hmm.
thing in the universe. Like it's nothing like any other Power Ranger inspired thing we've seen so far.
Yep.
This is clearly noir inspired.
And that's my
Yep.
story, everyone. I became a superhero and I destroyed the city.
What kind
It's
of lame
basically
name did you? What kind of lame name did you choose by saying you're no one, Jake? Come on.
At TMNT 2003, there's a vigilante called Nobody. Okay, it's not.
but the book ends like we basically gave you the crux of everything this issue without having to go play by play. It was kind of fun.
Yep. Yep.
But the book ends with they're saying with our main character Ben saying it's Aaron. It's been Aaron the whole time, and he's orchestrated everything. Aaron was the original copycat killer, or so he said he was, until
Yep.
later on where he revealed that actually I'm not. It wasn't me. I didn't kill that man.
Yep. The
If
only thing
Aaron was
the cop,
in charge,
the only thing,
what was it?
I was about to say the only thing Aaron had, the cops had to convict Aaron was the fact that Aaron just said it. Yeah, I was a copycat killer. There was actually no physical evidence or anything like that.
Uh, with this confession he's saying, I don't know if he's saying that he was actually copycat killer the whole time, or
Mm-hmm.
he's no one, or everything going on is his fault. I don't know which one he's
So,
going with.
and,
I doubt that Aaron's no one. He's been in prison most of the series. Unless this suit
exactly.
is like shift suit, where he can go
Uh
through
huh.
walls and stuff. This guy's oh, but this dude doing some miracle work, going from jail to the freedom. So
Yep.
I assume he's saying it's him. He's the copycat killer, and he's been
I
manipulating the
mean,
events from the background. He's basically like the kingpin of the universe, in my
uh,
opinion.
yep. I mean, Schiff did pay a visit to Aaron's jail cell in his book, so could. I'm still going on a wild card theory that it might be Ben's wife. You know, it has to be somebody in the family. I know everybody's like saying it's going to be his other son, the one who died in the first issue. I just think that's too much of an easy ball. They did mention
I
Ben's
think it's
wife
too
previously.
unbelievable. Like they not even just die. Then we got his head open, and then we see
Uh-huh.
him get taken away. If you do the surprise thing to make him known, it just covers his tracks. I think that's a little bit too much.
But it could also be Ben's wife, the one who died before this before this series happened. She was mentioned on and off again.
It
You know,
could, and then this is just another situation like Ronin from Marvel, where she's wearing padded stuff to cover her chest and all the extra shit.
dude. I remember saying that when we discussed No One. I stopped assuming the gender of these masked individuals because even if it's like drawing like a typical masculine male figure, they'll just do a 360 and say, "Oh, it's a skinny woman."
I'm
They'll
fine
point
with it
past
in
me.
this case, only because if you're really trying to hide your identity and you're a woman, this probably be the best bet. At least
Mm-hmm.
they're assuming you're a male. That would throw them off even harder from you.
Yep. Yep.
But if it's her, fine. I was hoping for someone younger. I wanted someone around like Nathan's Marshall age.
Yeah.
I didn't want another grown ass like full on grown adult to the team. But that turns out that way, it turns out. But I think no one's a good trade read. Reading issue by issue,
Yeah.
especially how long they take to come out, I think hurt the franchise overall.
Yeah. Because this was like a bi-monthly book audience. Like it's
Yeah.
damn, damn. That's
They
I you would have to
basically
refresh
they have to
yourselves.
wait until Patton Oswalt can record the podcast. So even if the issue's like done already, like issue 10, they gotta wait till he's able to record the next episode of the podcast before they even put it out.
You better hurry
Yep.
They
up.
gotta release together.
Yep. Patton Oswalt's a cool character, cool character, but he's come on, you can't expect a celebrity to be make a commitment like that for a comic.
if this comes back for another show, maybe just hire some cheap voice actors. I don't know,
Yeah,
some people on Fiverr or Kick, wherever the fuck these sites are, and
yeah,
just do that. Because
yeah,
I'll tell you now, next time I'm probably just gonna wait till all issues are out and we just make a day talking about that.
yeah.
Because this is miserable to read these buy
Yeah,
monthly.
yeah. Audience, here's a little recommendation. When this comes out in trade, spend a whole week reading this book. By that I mean read the first issue on Monday and listen to the podcast, let those sink in, and then the following day read issue 2 and the podcast, and so on and so forth. It is a fun way
Yeah,
of reading a book. I've never had to read a comic like this before, and I'm enjoying it. But yeah, it definitely hurts the whole bi-monthly scheduling. Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. Alrighty then.
yeah. But I think that's
Uh,
done.
yeah. Cool. Oh, any final thoughts on who no one's gonna be by the end, Austin?
All right. Since you're saying Ben's wife, I am going to go. Let me see. Let me look at these people's pictures. I am going to
Do-do-do-do.
go with. Uh, is that Teddy? No. Hey, so
Teddy.
many people just too wild to not be to be. uh, I think I'm gonna say Kate Harper.
Kate Harper. Okay. Okay. Going for her then. Okay. Lead detective of the Richard Rowe and copycat case. Okay, that's her description.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's gonna be her, or I believe this woman's named Alejandro
Oh
Rios.
wait, no, 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 it can't be Alejandro because he was one of the 3 suspects
Oh, yeah,
that the
yeah.
podcast showed, and like someone, the copycat killer tried killing him, but then no one came in and saved him. Yeah, so it can't be him.
If it turns out to be Aaron, it's gonna be the most hilarious thing. And it's the worst way to take the story.
No, no,
Oh, there's
you
any way to
know,
justify Aaron, but it making sense and people stepping in.
Jay, Austin, that would be much more funnier because you remember when we were reviewing Shift.
Yeah,
And like when he comes up and sneaks into Aaron's cell, like Shift is like saying, "Okay, so who are you?" And Aaron says, "No one."
Well, they got
So
you there. They got you
there
there.
you
yeah.
go. I'm no one.
All we know is based on build. It at least has to be someone smaller and skinny on the side. That's why I agree
Hmm.
with the woman idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm going with the woman. I think I think it got to be
Okay,
her.
so,
It,
okay, so both me and Austin kind of feel like it's gonna be a woman. So all right.
Kind of sexist if you ask me, but
Oh wow! So you think it's problematic that we
uh,
think it's a woman? Okay, okay,
a
I
woman
don't worry,
destroyed the
Jake.
city.
The next book is gonna be called No Man. Okay.
okay, okay. Well, Jake, you ever hear of a thing called Troy? Uh huh. Uh huh.
That was a Hardy man. That was a Hardy man who did that.
Yeah, 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 Jake. So, all right. Okay. With that, we finished No One, audience. Now let's move on to the next book.
Uh,
Jake.
yeah. Amanda Waller has ascended to a level beyond prep time in DC's Absolute Power #1. And when I say beyond prep time, I mean she has the plot. And I'm not kidding when I tell you that in this event, Amanda Waller has the literal plot by the balls. Because I don't see, I'm one issue in, and I don't see like any way the superheroes win unless if it's highly contrived. I'm gonna lay down the premise
She.
for you. Okay? The
Hmm.
superheroes have been framed for murdering people that they haven't even interacted with. AI has taken over. Amanda Waller has used Brainiac's attempt at making a wife from the Superman book.
Yeah.
It is editing footage to make superheroes look evil. Okay, the
Hmm.
superheroes are trying to fix their image, but Superman has been shot by a normal non-kryptonite bullet. Probably asking, how is that possible? How did he get injured? Well, that's because Amanda Waller has also used Failsafe, Batman's
Yeah.
arch nemesis for this past run, and made a Meso robots that could take away any superhero's powers. They got to be thinking, well, surely they can use some type of technology to combat. No, they can't. They can't use tech. They can't use magic. Any magic user, they've forgotten how to use their spells because a Meso did.
Oh, yeah.
Any technology doesn't work. It shortens out. It's because of Meso.
You want me to give you a short answer how they beat this?
What?
So not only does Nightwing have Batmite in his back pocket, who actually makes it so him and Batman are perfectly okay. That's why they keep winning all these impossible events. But they also Mr. Spitterblitz, where the fuck that guy's name?
Yeah,
well, it's funny you say that because Amanda thought of that too. Because she's cut off access.
Impossible.
She's cut off access to the multiverse time in space. There's no multiverse.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine then. No, because one of them exists outside of space and time. That's fine.
Okay. Maybe he can come to say that in their last hour.
Jake, in Amanda Waller's defense, dude, this was like a 20-year plan, 20 years in the making.
It's just
a plan, 20 years in the making, but only possible 1 day ago.
No, because I've read the Ground Zero issue, right? You mentioned that Brainiac's wife, right?
Yeah.
Amanda Waller and her crew, they find her, and they ended up using the failsafe to help kind of brainwash her, and they used that sanctuary place from Crisis of Infinite Earths event to kind of reprogram her mind. So like Amanda Waller was acting as that Brainiac's mother for 20 years. Teaching her to fear all superheroes, that they're all bad, and what was 20 years to Amanda Waller was just 1 day in the real world.
I guess. Oh, by the way, I'm also not dumb with the Amanda has the plot powers on her side, because even let's say Batman says, "Listen, I got plot on my side. I got you. Listen, I'm gonna take out failsafe like I did before, and everyone's gonna get their powers back." Nope, because their powers are permanently gone. All of them. Every last superhero's powers are permanently gone. You don't get them back. There's no way to get them back.
Okay, that makes sense. So how they're starting the new universe would be they got to reset the timeline again.
Oh no! But you can't, because they got rid of their access to time travel. There is no time.
No. What do you mean they got rid of it? You to do that. You have to.
So she says, I'll look for the panel, but it's something to the effect of like, we cut off your access to time, multiverse, space. You can't even get your alien friends because we made a deal with them, and they're not coming to Earth to help you. Like none of this.
Could you ever do this to villains instead of heroes? Like, come on.
We sealed away the time stream and the microverse. You can't do it anymore. It doesn't happen. How?
No, to be fair, so like you saying that, but that shouldn't matter to the Speed Force. That's the problem.
I'm sure
she blocked the Speed Force. Come on.
I'm sure.
No. Be fair. She should spare it. His power goes away. And the Wally, that's fine. I'll accept that. But I did it to be like, oh, you can't do it, so don't even try. It's like, no, but we're gonna try.
I guess I was reading this. I was like, listen, I get you want to make this a threat, but the bar is like so high and so extreme. I'm like, the only way they could beat this is through some contrived means. I even know in the prequel to this, what's her name? Dreamer. She sees the future. And in the future, they already lost, but she just didn't tell Amanda Waller that. And I'm like, I don't know. It just feels so contrived.
To be fair, I guess technically they always have doubt of where they'd be like, wait, this bitch fucking my head. I'm goddamn playing.
I guess so. But I'm sure Failsafe thought of that because in the Batman book.
I don't care how contrived Failsafe is, okay? Okay, I don't care. Iron Man came to the universe to help build that thing. You're not convincing me that he's fully actually prepared for every threat. And Darkseid showed up just right now. He'd be like, you know what? I guess I'll invade. You're not convincing me that Failsafe could be like, actually, I made this bullet right here that can kill you.
Shout out to Cape Joel, but I made a comment in there. I was like, But like Amanda, like what happens if like an alien invasion shows up? Do you take away? Does your bots take away Darkseid's powers? Or is it, that's a bit extreme. I don't think she'll be able to take away.
If you can do that, that's a like. This is a waste of the video. If you do that,
yeah.
Dark Side, if you can take away the new God's powers and that type of shit, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Y'all can fully, if y'all beat Amanda Waller here, y'all can literally just save the world.
Right.
If y'all don't do the evidence, is over.
I think this thing,
Jake?
Jake, you cut
Oh
off.
no, Jake, you cut out, dude. Jake.
So
Jake.
silence.
Jake.
I'm back.
Technically, okay, back. Okay, go ahead, Jake.
The stakes are too high off the first issue, so I'm like, there's no way they win in a way that will most likely be satisfying. I will always feel like this is like impossible. So I don't know. Also, this is another event where the DC heroes are about to lose, and it's Batman's fault because this failsafe robot is his. So like, this is the next one.
Blaming Batman. Quit blaming Batman for everything.
No, it's been Batman's fault to the point that he revealed that, oh, if Batman gets any other superpower, he can destroy the planet.
You can destroy the multiverse.
He just got his his billions back. Audience, come on.
Oh my God, he went 1 week poor. Oh,
he didn't even go a week poor. He was a billionaire. He just wasn't a billionaire. That was the whole. Like, he just wasn't a billionaire. That's all it was, from my understanding. So it's like it wasn't even that poor. I wish I was a billionaire. You know, like how comfortable I'd be as a billionaire.
Oh my God.
But,
everybody likes to make fun of Batman being a millionaire, but they all would wish they were in that spot. So,
I do, which is why it's stupid. They make it seem like it's such a big deal. Oh, he's a billionaire. Like, okay, like thanks, I guess. But I don't know. Green Arrow's also against them as well. That's in his tie-in, but you can read more about that. But he's in this as well.
No, I thought that's not a dumbass panel. You're like, oh, y'all always ready to save the day. Y'all just go home. Y'all don't care about the little guys. They care about the little guys. Superman actively helps everybody. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? You were the last person that should be helping them. These people.
Hey, guess who else is on Amanda's side?
She even trusts you enough to be on this team and fly some bullshit, in my opinion. I think he's betray her. I expected that.
It's because he owed her a favor or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's something happened. Bro. I don't care, Jake. I don't care what favor I owe you. I'm not helping you take over the world. Right?
What if it's a promise of peace? What if it's a promise of peace?
Oh, you know he beat up your boy Cryptid in the Green Arrow book. He beat up Peacemaker.
Yeah, I know. All right. Don't have to rub it in, Jake. All right.
I was like, you want to bring up peace? You got put in pieces, okay? But yeah, like I said, I don't know. It's already like it's kind of taken me out the story already, and I'm willing to keep going with it. But it's like the next issue, I don't know. It feels like they like Wonder Woman and Superman are down. It's like everyone's down. It's just over. Like so I don't know what's next. So,
like that, it's up to you. If you want to read the next issue and then take a break and then just cover it all in the end, go ahead. Like you said, I'll leave that choice up to you.
No. Jake has taken it upon himself to cover every Amanda Waller depiction in media today.
I don't know. At least in my adventures with Superman, at least the stakes against Superman, because like they've already established, Superman has a hard time winning his fights. So if Amanda Waller just went all out, it's possible she could win. But it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. It's not as hopeless as this. I think this is just way too like, what do they do? But you know, the main commentary of the event is how AI can manipulate the news and show things that like you wouldn't expect and all that, which is cool. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Whatever. But yeah, art looks good. I don't know. Story is just kind of too much. That's it.
Well, you expect too much from an event, Jake? Come on.
It's
you
like even if you win, you still won't get your powers back. So like,
yeah, I would say the problem is they already been talking about making a new universe after this. So whatever this happens here, only starts a new universe, but resets itself in a way that everyone gets their powers anyway, but they shouldn't be able to. So the universe that we're in can keep going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And then also the Teen Titans are supposed to be the premier heroes, so hopefully they get to be.
Ugh.
What was that?
The Justice League disbanded.
That's how I felt about that statement.
The Justice League.
He didn't even say the Titans. He said the Teen Titans.
Oh, maybe they are the Titans. Listen, the Justice League disbanded, and Dick Grayson's team stepped up. They're the new.
Okay, yeah, that's the Titans. That's the Teen Titans, made by Damian Wayne.
Listen, there'll always be a Teen Titan to me. Okay.
Yeah. When you 30-year-old, you always be a 14-year-old boy to me.
My baby boy.
But look. All I need is if Connor can't finally become Superman in the main universe. Can that finally happen?
But I'm looking at a Superboy right now getting lasered in the chest and another super person in the back. I think that's Kara. Passed the fuck out. So
yeah.
Well, Connor's not here right now. I believe. I don't think he's right here in this fight. But Connor is the only teen kid, the kid hero who's never had the chance to step up, become the superhero they're the sidekick of. Superboy, he's the only Superboy not do that. They let the 12-year-old step up, be Superman before Connor can. And Connor can't be here for like 25 years, more than 25 years.
Yeah, the reason is because they wanted that headline of Superboy, Jonathan being the Superman. Like,
no, I know, but it's like this is their moment. The Titans are stepping up. They're going to be big heroes. Let me call him Superman one time.
Mm-hmm. Jake, oh no, we lost you, man. Amanda Waller's got him.
See, this is what happens when you start talking about government secrets and some old black lady just start getting mad.
Okay, so by the end of this, is she gonna be Brainiac level smart? I gotta ask that.
Probably. Well, we do that issue in like Injustice 2, the video game, where she starts putting Brainiac tech on people's heads and be like, "Oh yeah, see now, Batman, now you work for me. You might not have powers, but now your brains are all mine. Everyone's here."
I cut out. Did you hear my question?
Oh, no. What was it?
I was like, so what, in your opinion, what is like a way that's not contrived that the Justice League and the Teen Titans or the Titans can win this? Where that's not contingent on the villains making dumb, silly mistakes.
They get down their knees and they pray to Jesus Christ, and then God comes down.
The Spectre comes down. Can he take Can she take the powers of the wrath of God?
No, but don't say like the Spectre also should work outside space and time, like the Spectre and their presence. So, as I was saying, cutting them off for that would it stop these people from being here? That's why I still think Batmite and the other guy work. They're from different dimensions. They're not even like from technically the multiverse as a whole. Something like that.
What about Dr. Fate? Is he too in universe? Oh no, he's getting
he's too, yeah. Not only he's too in universe. I think I don't know if the Order of Fate will even help. Because they're very like, oh, well, this matches the order. This y'all finally come up with. Fuck you guys. Like it's very possible.
Do they explain on the tie-ins how they take away your ability from magic though? That's what I'm also confused about. It's like
they just make you forget that it just give you amnesia. Short-term memory. To be honest.
Okay, I gotta be honest. That's actually pretty brilliant. Like.
Okay, what about the multiverse? How do you stop people from going to the multiverse?
Look,
what you have to do with what Rick did in Rick and Morty, where it's like separate your reality from every other one in his own like finite curve situation.
Yeah, but in the context of the DC universe, what did she have that could do that? That's why I guess I'm saying. I guess my problem also too is why it feels like it's plot and less Amanda's strategy. And I didn't see the setup, to be fair. So if someone wants to correct me, feel free to do so in the comments. But
apparently, some Brainiac they used Brainiac stuff to build, but like.
Okay.
So you know, Brainiac knows how to go to other dimensions. So I guess it's possible for him not to at least like lock the universe he's in down, so you can't like follow him there.
I guess so. He can cut off time, space, and they actually showed like they cut off the microverse. I don't know how the microverse works, so I could buy that, but
I don't know enough about their microverse to say anything about that.
I guess it just feels weird because like these are concepts. You're getting less away from like powers and more like universal constants. I feel like you can't cut off every way to get to the multiverse or time travel or whatever. I feel like this is kind of silly. But I don't know.
It might be time for the Atom to rip off Ant-Man one more time and go into the overspace.
Right.
Because they did the microverse. They didn't talk about the overspace. And if he grows big enough, he can get outside of this concept of reality. Start fucking people.
What if they have any space here? Maybe there's some space heroes out there that just haven't come home yet. The Green Lanterns, I'm sure maybe can
that would not help. Green Lantern probably be the easiest takeaway.
Oh, it's technology, right?
Yeah, even if it wasn't technology, hit them with a beam that affects their feelings. They're fucked up. That's it.
I'm sad. Just fall out the sky.
I want to go home and cry.
My feelings are hurt. Oh. But, yeah, like I said, I guess we'll see next issue. That's John Kent, I believe, in the little tube.
It is.
He's like, "Who am I?" So he took away his memories or whatever. But yeah, I guess this is DC's Age of Ultron, not the movie, the comic.
Okay, yeah, that's the best way to describe this. Yeah.
So,
it's what it is. Hey, you guys think you got enough of seeing Amanda Waller as a bad guy? Here you go. DC's like, we're giving you more doses.
This adds on to this problem that a lot of people are having. I don't know if y'all been seeing comic YouTube, but people are really tired of Suicide Squad now. And Suicide Squad characters, which Amanda Waller is included in.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently Suicide Squad it's been their own game, anime. They got multiple comics apparently. They're all split off into different books. It's kind of like how the Batman family was a few years ago. There's a Batman on every team.
Well,
Nightwing was on the Titans. Yeah, Damien on the Teen Titans. Batman's in the Justice League. Batgirl's in the Birds of Prey. Every book had a Bat person in it, and it was pissing people off. It kind of feels like that.
I never thought of it that way, but when you listed all those examples, I'm like, oh, actually, yeah. Damn, we have been getting a lot of doses of Suicide Squad, haven't we?
Yeah. I know a lot of people on YouTube were getting mad about it and making full videos about it. So doubling down on it by making Amanda Waller, the regular lady, the biggest threat in the universe, it probably won't work out the best, depending on how this event ends.
Yeah.
But hey, I feel like the only reason Amanda's even in Superman, because she has really nothing to do with Superman.
She's seen one too many evil Supermans out there. She's like, we're not taking that chance. We're not taking it.
It'll be a big
I just like Invincible this morning. I'm not trusting Superman to save us.
They contrived. Maybe they used the Batman used to beat Zerana in his book. Maybe they could trick Failsafe into thinking that this isn't the right thing to do. I don't know how much she rewired Failsafe though. That's what I'm thinking. For people who don't know, in the Batman book, Batman's paranoid personality Zerana took over the Failsafe body, and they beat him by tricking Failsafe into thinking that that Zerana killed Jason Todd, because Failsafe is responsible for killing Batman if Batman kills somebody. Basically, doesn't matter who. And so since Zerana is Batman, Failsafe killed Zerana because he went too far. So
so you're telling me Batman fucked up again, and we should have let that guy live 2 more minutes to save the day.
Yeah. I think I don't remember. There's some guy who I think retrieved the body of Failsafe and then took it away to Amanda Waller. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, who knows? Like I said, it's a lot. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll turn around. Maybe there is a cool plot here. But yeah.
Got you. But all right then. DC's event audience. Let's see how it goes.
Absolute power. It corrupts absolutely. I forgot what that's from. I know we thought it.
That's the sequel event, Austin.
No, that was Batman Superman. When Lex Luthor himself said it, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe Lex Luthor is a last-minute save. He's been on his good guy kick.
Oh yeah, he still got the Superman suit. That's I don't know. Maybe
that technology.
Lex Luthor might literally be the last hope we got. That guy should be smarter than I
think he got dumbed down if I'm remembering correctly. I could be wrong. I'll read
God damn it! Stop fucking your own universe up, DC.
it.
Last I heard, he lost a game of chess to John.
I think he
Yeah.
did.
You know what? I'm about to hang up and leave. Y'all keep talking. Let's go to the next thing.
Okay. So, all right then. With that, let's move on to the next topic, audience. Austin, your time to shine, man.
Yeah. How are we gonna do this? How much did you read the 95?
I read both. I read both of them.
Okay. So I'll just start Nathan's thing and you just pop in when you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Radiant Black. We haven't talked about this in a month because it ain't been out for a month.
Yeah,
And I
this has
can't
been a
find out why.
long ass event, audience. You know, like
The people don't know we left off in the middle of the Catalyst War.
hmm
The event where this alien robot man who had Power Ranger powers, it came back to yo, y'all got my powers, I want them back. And if you don't, I'm gonna kill the planet. You know?
hmm
Casual stuff for a hero these days.
Yep.
But we start off in what I want to call the bad timeline. The timeline I voted for, technically. People don't know. You could have voted for who Radiant Black was. And I voted for Marshall, thinking this guy is strong. If the battle comes down to you have to fight this guy, I'm trusting Marshall over Nathan because Nathan's not going to do what needs to be done. But
Yep.
apparently, what you need was brains. I fucked up, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But we'll get there. For people don't know, okay, Critter.
No, go ahead. I was just giggling.
But people don't know in the Marshall's timeline, Nathan died. Uh, Nathan has died, so he lost his emotional support system. For people don't remember, Marshall's parents already, if I remember correctly, they already don't mess with him, or they're dead.
Yep.
So Nathan was all he really had left after Nathan returned back home at the beginning of the book.
hmm
So he's at the end of his rope, watching the fire start to go out, and the experiment had accepted defeat, which was actually surprising, but not surprising given his circumstance. The government, whose name I'm forgetting right now, their system, basically showed up. Huh?
No, you were mentioning. You were trying to mention shift.
No, the government.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
The government soldiers like come down to help, and he tells them to stand down. But I forgot what their organization is called because there's something like Shield. I can't remember right now.
Yeah.
We see the supreme leader, who I believe they just called the leader, power down, and it's some old, decrepit old alien looking man, bro. I saw this image. I was so disappointed.
3 foot tall alien, scrawny male with a missing arm. Audience.
It's like this is what we're scared of. I died for this. I got the bad timeline because of this guy.
Yep.
But basically, this guy says he's not Premier. And he's no more Premier. I believe Premier is the leader's name. I can't remember right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been a while since we read these books, and I couldn't find my last few issues, so I had time to brush up on these names.
Same here, audience.
Yeah, but according to him, he's basically a pet to the guy, and he's not really free. He's unfulfilled. He's kind of enslaved, but he's trying to explain stuff to. He's trying to explain stuff to Marshall, but Marshall's not really getting it. But apparently Marshall technically won the Catalyst War.
Mm-hmm.
And Marshall's like, what? No, that don't make sense. He's like, from the Catalyst perspective, you won.
Yeah, imagine
don't cry that your friends died. And who cares?
Imagine audience, you winning being the fucked up reality. Wow.
Yeah, he's like, you won, yeah, but I struggle. The dude's trying to like make him understand. It feels like he's trying to set Dathan or Marshall up to be in the position he was. Well, like, yeah, you won, and you want your people to be safe. Basically, become a pet like me. Come with me, be what I am. The final, and in return, we'll let you rule the planet.
Win-win in
So,
his eyes.
basically, imagine. So we're talking about DC. Imagine Darkseid shows up, beats the Justice League, and tells Superman, "I'll leave right now. No fighting. If you control the planet, if you take over the planet and become the one leader, I'll leave. You can be a good leader or bad leader. I don't care. But long as you are in charge, in my name, I'll leave." And Mark's was like, and then you do see Shift. Well, I guess that's why you mentioned it earlier. He tried to sneak attack the man and get shot. I kind of felt bad, bro. I like the one time he tried to do anything good against me.
Shift just can't get a win. You know that, right?
Wait, no. This isn't Shift. This is the other guy. This is the old dude.
Oh, okay,
From the
okay,
interview.
yeah. Some of their costumes look the same. Audience.
Yeah. You got to tell by the color. This guy's purple and white. He's the older gentleman whose name I can't remember right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
This thing needs a no one. I need a picture and names of everybody in the book.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, this was one of the first people to get the power, and he died. And he's stuck in existence, but his power was unique in the sense of he can come in and out of existence. Existence is the plane. Basically, they're a morphing grid that connects everybody.
Well.
So the guy asked Marshall again, "Will you rule?" He showed that Nathan's grave, and there's radiant red and radiant pink show up. Like, Marshall, what happened? Did we win? And Marshall's like, "Yeah, but we can't fight people. It's over. All right, fight's over. I watched them flash by. It's a level of power. It's all good. Like, these dudes strong. We can't go to war." And he asked me, "Do I want to rule?" I said, "Yeah." They're like, "What, you idiot? Why you do that?" "Of course I did. Look around you. Everything's blown up. I want to keep everyone safe. I want to save people. I wasn't enough. We were not good enough." It's weird how one person makes a difference. And I'm looking at it. Nathan wins. It's literally one person made this whole different timeline. It's crazy.
I know, right?
But the Radiance didn't really like that. Radiant Red tried to leave and go start the fight herself. And he's like, "Bro, calm down. You're going to get us all killed. What the fuck is wrong with you?" And at least she takes a swing at him, sends him flying, and he tries to shoot at her, but she dodges.
Yeah.
Well, long story short, they end up actually a brawl. You see Radiant Black put on his cape. You see Radiant Red go her full armor form.
Yeah.
But as always with fights based on emotion, Radiant Black lets loose a full power bling, but Radiant Pink gets in the way trying to stop the fight, and she get a whole blast through her chest.
Yeah.
This is not your parents' Power Rangers anymore.
You see the blood, the hole in her chest wound, everything. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah, but people don't remember when you die with these powers, the power comes back out. So now it's a mad race to see who gets the power of Radiant Pink plus their regular power. And obviously, Radiant Black, who can fly through black holes and shit, will get there first. So that isn't a question. I'm real surprised he even tried to run for this man. And that's where you see the picture. Go ahead.
I would call this form rose black, honestly. You know?
This is the picture in the thumbnail, so y'all get that visual at that moment.
Yep.
He gets the pink cape now, the pink white cape. On top of his already radiant black power. Well, I guess what we're calling the rose black.
Yep. He doesn't stop
or black
there.
rose, whatever. Well, one of the two.
Yeah, he doesn't stop there. Guess what else he does, audience?
Honestly, he's like, well, I already killed one, and you're obviously not going to you're always going to keep fighting. So he kills her too. One punch to the face, snaps her neck, gets her power too. And that guy, what? Radiant. What do you want to call this one?
Amber Black Rose.
There you go. Amber Black Rose. But now that he has all these powers, existence is kind of glitching in him, if you want to put it like that way. Each power gives you a unique connection to existence. So having multiple powers, it kind of drives him crazy. based on what we see. And then the issue
Yeah.
ends with him around and seeing the good timeline of Nathan and Martha who are still alive,
Hmm.
seeing him as he just murdered their friend, technically. Now we have to go to the next part.
Yep.
So people don't remember. You have the main issue and then the point five issue, which is Nathan's timeline, where he keeps radiant black power. His
Yep.
timeline, he did a lot better than Marshall, a lot less collateral damage. The only main casualty was his father,
Hmm.
but he kept his friend alive, his parents alive, the city's not blown up. It's not looking like
Oh.
Injustice in Metropolis.
Hmm.
Okay,
And
I want to say,
surprisingly, his failure is considered the best timeline. Wow.
yeah, yeah. Spoiler: he technically failed the test, but which was surprising. This issue actually starts off with Shift, where it feels like
Yep.
where Radiant Pink just stole him somewhere. So people don't know he was helping out the last situation, but he's mainly focused on trying to charge his suit. The more he's around Radiant, the more his suit gets charged.
Hmm.
She leaves him man basically in the middle of nowhere. He looks like he's at like Clark Kent's farm right now. That's how bad it looks.
Yep. Yep.
But it's trying to load. Okay, I got it. So Marshall is there to debate on what to do about Nathan. He's still sad about his dad dying. Marshall being the best friend and his emotional support walked up to him. You know, the thing that Marshall didn't have.
Yeah.
They hug it out. They cry, bro. He's like, bro, you gotta do better. And it's like, you gotta do better. You gotta stand up, man. That's your Uncle Ben moment, man. With great power
No.
comes responsibility. But unlike Uncle Ben, this man died for you. He didn't just die random. But the robots, they're deciding on what to do on an attack, and then the leader or premier, I guess you want to call him, what you already know, he's
Mhm.
just some decrepit one-armed alien.
Yeah.
He shows up. He's like, bro. Oh, okay. No, Radiant Pink saves them before they can really get into the conversation. From my understanding.
Hmm.
Uh, oh, the guy was basically asking him the same thing about the contract. You want to join me? All that stuff. He takes him away. And there's like, he's a computer. He needs input. I'm trying to play this game. I don't even know the rules to. What's the big detail about this situation? And she says, Wendell, when I went sicko mode, I was like, what? But a while back, she lost part of her power for a second, control of her power for a minute. And she was looking
Yeah.
through all the wormholes and she could see all the different stuff. And they find out that Radiant Yellow is alive, who they previously thought was dead because he didn't show up.
He's just
But the robot took him.
meditating.
Yeah, the robot took him, but he's basically, and we don't remember. And he was in a room with pictures, and basically now he's full on into his power. The whole room is blazing with yellow. There's donuts everywhere. I'm very hungry, and he's basically like, I can see all the futures and stuff. I'm going to show you something. You need to see this yourself. And for one glimpse of a moment, they get to see everything. But it's portrayed in a sense of imagine if you flew through a rainbow, how that would look, how that would feel to you. It's kind of what it looks like.
Oh
It's like an
yeah.
old Fantastic Four panel. It's really interesting.
Yep. Yep.
But they get thrown out the room. But they basically let me see. Oh, it looks like time has passed.
Yep. They're looking at their phones and are like, "Damn, our phones are going to overheat on the messages alone." You know? Damn.
Yeah. But what turns out is that he just sent them to the parallel timeline that was created when the
Mhm.
Marshall got his power. And that's how they ended up here. But
Yep.
it's funny how fast they catch on to that too. They call her like immediately. Oh, this must be a parallel world. I was like, what the fuck? That wasn't my first thought. But it was like literally the first conversation after they talk about the sex plan. But they fly there, they see the big explosion, which is if I remember, this is the move of him killing, I think it's him in the red first class. They
Yeah.
shouldn't take them that long to fly there, from what they see. And they find out they see Pink dead, Red dead, and they see a full powered Marshall, Amber, Rose, Black, or what we're calling them.
Yeah, bro.
He's out here tweaking. He's like, Nathan, is that you? And you see the background text and real life text start to fade and glitch. It's like, who are you? Who? There's only truth here, which is the phrase of existence. If you want to go through existence, you have to understand the one thing. The only thing that matters here is truth. The only thing you say here is truth. And the only way to really have a sense of yourself is to understand that truth.
Hmm.
But now this man got multiple truths. But Premier shows up. He basically like, man, y'all some bitches. Y'all are failing this Callus war. And Marshall's like, that's basically what he did. And Marshall's like, okay, y'all need to go back to Amber, Black, Gold, Rose, whatever we call it guy. He basically
Yeah.
says, I'm sending y'all back in y'all timeline. I understand what happened now, but this is my fight. I got this. Don't fuck up.
Do better. Do
Yeah,
better.
do better. You do better than what
Hmm.
I did. Because I won, but I fucked it up. I fucked up everything on the way to doing it. Marshall's having this breakdown. He's like, I killed people, I killed friends, and Nathan's like, you didn't, bro, that's not you. Calm down. Stop being a bitch. That's not you. You're not gonna make those choices. And the moment they step outside, Premier's already here, and he's like, bro, you're a fucking failure. You don't have to work for me. You lost. And that's how the
But
book ends.
it's not your fault. Austin voted for you. So
Blame Austin,
Technically,
people.
actually, I voted for both of them, but Marshall was the time I want to win. So take that how you will.
Hmm.
But now that we finally got that settled, I don't know. I don't know how the other timeline's going to come back into play. Like if Marshall, because Jake, it kind of feels they're trying to do the Lord Draken storyline in a way,
Hmm.
but Marshall so far isn't really evil. Like he lost his way, but he thought it was a necessary. It was a heightened situation where everything was going on, but he hasn't turned evil. He's still going to fight Premier in that universe regardless now.
Yep.
yeah.
But I don't see him coming back anytime soon
Well, we're
without being
going to see.
evil.
Well,
I
we're
guess
going to
that's the
see. We're
consequences.
going to see. We're going to see two Radiant Blacks, regardless. Well, kind of like because we saw the cover for the next issues, right? You're gonna have Radiant Black versus what looks like Radiant White. So that's gonna be something,
The
That's
White
Premier.
Ranger.
huh?
That's Premier.
The White
Oh,
Ranger. The
yeah,
White
Premier.
Ranger, I guess.
Premier. Okay, there. You know.
Yeah,
So,
that was Premier's art from like the first like issue of the Callus War, I believe.
Cool beans.
okay.
I
See,
didn't know
it's
that
been
was
so long.
a Radiant.
See, it's been so long, audience. So
Yeah, well,
definitely be a good trade read.
if this is the end of the .5 issues, I think this is a good war. But the
Yeah.
1.5 issues, for people who don't know, if you're reading this book weekly, this came out of nowhere. First of all, there was no setup for there being two books. It was like just voting of which character you wanted,
Hmm.
and then it's like now I have to buy two books. This is just a way for you to get more money out of me. You know, I have to buy two different books now.
They're like, we told the artists that there was going to be this contest and to still draw the comics anyway. So, yeah, why not?
So if this is that now, I think it'll be okay. But
Hmm.
like I said, I think that's the main issue with this franchise. Like you said, this book, this everything about Radiant so far, except for Rogue Sun, is that these books need to be bought in trade. These events need to be traded.
Yep.
I don't think they're great weekly reads, especially when you randomly have to start buying two different books, like at midway through an
Hmm.
event.
Especially when we have a whole bunch of other comics we have to remember and talk about.
Yeah, I can't imagine like being if I bought every comic I read, I can't imagine being there like, oh yeah, I need to get 10 X-Men books, 4 Marvel superhero books, 25 like 10 DC books, and then get like 8 Radiant Black books, Radiant related books every
He,
week.
he,
But
yeah.
I think it's a good event. I like how they're tying the multiple parallel worlds together, but
It
uh,
was.
I guess we
It's
need
a
to
different.
see how it is before we tell you how I feel about this book.
It's a different way of reading a comic, audience. Like that's one thing you can't take away from this whole massive verse. You
Or you
know.
could wait till they sell the rights to Amazon. You can watch the TV show.
You're
Hey.
joking. Radiant Black TV show might do pretty well.
Oh yeah, I definitely tuned into that for Rogue Sun.
I was half joking. It always feels like that's the goal when you're a creator like
Mhm.
this. You want to get on the streaming service so you can really promote
Yeah,
your new universe, and then people come back and
yeah,
read your
Jake.
comic.
But
So
Yeah, Jake. You want? Mm-hmm.
no, finish what you're saying.
No. Go ahead, Austin.
If I had to choose which my like when this book first came out, I think me and Critter both said, "Oh, I love this universe. I love everything about this universe, except for Dead Lucky. Dead Lucky is ass. Don't read Dead Lucky."
Yeah, 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 audience.
That hype is kind of waned down. Roll Tongue is still good. To be fair,
hmm
Roll Tongue has not dropped in quality. Radiant Black kind of did, but that's more because they're trying to tell this war in a unique way, and no one is
hmm
an acquired taste that's really becoming. Oh, I need to see the end of this book before I judge it.
hmm
But if I had to choose between this universe right now and an Energon universe, I might pick Energon universe.
Yep. Less confusing that way, you know.
talking about
Yeah,
Transformers. You said talking about Transformers Energon Universe.
yeah.
I mean, it's easier because it's based off a brand that people mostly know from somewhere.
hmm
So,
No, I mean in the sense of how they're structured their stories and how they cover their spin-off. Where
oh,
Duke, instead of being like an ongoing book, was just like 10 issues, and then you got like every other major character getting 10 issues. Because Supermassive tried to do that too. No one's supposed to be 10 issues. Radiant Red was 5 issues. Radiant Pink was 5 issues. I don't think it was enough for those characters. And really, now that we know that there's a time like they choose to kill them off, apparently, I would like a lot more with these characters beforehand. I think that both universes should take a little bit stuff from each other. If that
hmm
makes sense.
Learn off each
I just
other.
think
Like that,
Transformers.
you want just a new universe and a random like stuff you want to try. Try Supermassive Universe. It's not bad. It just make
hmm
sure it might be better just wait till the arc ends and then buy the whole arc like that.
hmm
If you want to try the Energon Universe, I'd say I'm waiting for a status quo. I'm waiting for it to settle down because it's too.
Yeah.
It's too much going on over
If you want the Energy Universe, first read Cobra Commander. That's probably the best book. And it's if you like that, then try Duke and Transformers one.
there. Where Bumblebee dies, even though it's not the Bumblebee I wanted to die. Actually, you know.
but
But yeah, you know.
all right, all right, guys. I guess with that, we should move on to the next one. And I got this one, Rogue Sun number 20, audience. When you talk about like, books like No One or like, The Catalyst War, big, big investment in this and that. You have to get into both books. This right here is more straightforward right now. You have Rogue Sun, he's off taking care capturing the bad guys that Morningstar had released. And the bad guy they're fighting right now is a woman by the name of Mad Melody. Yeah, I think
Ooh.
I think Witch will like this character, he's one she is one of Dylan's father's old nemesises. She sold her soul to Morningstar for a golden voice, is how she's described. But
Ooh.
Morningstar made it lethal, you know? So she snapped, and now all she wants is an audience, and she doesn't care
That's funny.
how many people.
I'm looking at her picture right now, and she kind of
Yeah.
looks like a less demented version of what's the DC Scream lady?
Silver Banshee.
Yeah,
Was it? Yeah. I can see that, like without all the makeup. Yeah,
yeah. She
yeah.
don't have the black tattoo makeup, but that's about it. It looks like kind of like her.
Right now. Uh-huh. But yeah, she's now demented, and then she wants an audience, and she doesn't care how many people she has to kill to get it, because apparently her voice is lethal. You know. All right, so they fight. Dylan ends up knocking her down, and his father's like, you could have hold back. And Dylan's like, They're bad guys, Dad. If they don't want to get punched, then don't step in the ring. Like, good point. Good point. All right, So, of course, he's taking all these guys.
But what are their sensitive bad guys? What are they just trying to make it as bad guys? And you're just
Hey,
telling me,
are you killing people for an audience, Jake?
ah,
You deserve at least one punch.
Jake, I just saw a skit about that too with Spider-Man. It was like after he broke Scorpion's back, and Scorpion called his therapist, and they both showed up to like a fake wild bank, and Spider-Man shows up. And he's like, I found out that you can just kill us with one punch, and that really makes me uncomfortable. I need reassurance that you're putting your all into this like we are.
Yeah.
Or that's just bullshit.
Can I just dial it back to 25%? Or wherever you were before. So.
But instead, like, you have Dylan bringing these bad guys. Instead of killing them, he brings them to this one. I keep forgetting her name. She's like this magic lady who's kind of like the jailer. Her job is really to put all these bad guys in literally in these jewelries. Hey, hey, you got a better idea where to put these guys?
Well, first, are they going to stay on trial?
They're monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Oh, fuck them then. They don't have American rights. Get them out.
Some of them are humans that got possessed, but they, still. Where are you going to put them?
You're absolutely right. Listen, when it doesn't look like us, they don't have our rights. All right?
Yeah. We're not like us. The style of Kendrick Lamar. You can't be in the city.
You don't give cats the same rights as you give humans. Sometimes we treat them better, but not the same. Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah, but anyway, so while this is going down, Dylan's also asking more about Morningstar, right? He actually wants to go after him, and the magic lady is like, "Look, you didn't get your first rogue son that wants to do that. Look, so she tells him a little bit more on Morningstar, right? That he used to rule over his world. Apparently, he was from a different realm or whatever." And she heard stories about his daughter, the one he loved the most, and envisioned that someday will be sitting on his throne. But then a winter happened. It was harsh. Their people were starving. There was rioting in the streets as people were fighting for food. Morningstar sent his minions to instill order by any means necessary, but his daughter just had to come in and plead with him to show mercy.
So he fed them his daughter.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jake, Austin. Yes, that's exactly what he did. She begged him to provide food for his people, and he did by chaining her to the gates of the city and commanding the hungry people to eat her alive.
A man provides for his community.
It's fucked up. I was about to say that's fucked up, but not doing probably the same shit. Ain't gonna lie.
Dude. Austin, please tell me you read this book before you made that comment, right?
I told you I didn't get a chance to read it.
Good Lord, what are the odds, man? You completely guessed right.
I just thought it would be funny. He'd be like, "Oh, he ate it." I didn't think it would be true.
Well, that's what ended up happening, man. So you're like, damn. Good on you, man. Good on you. But anyway, so afterwards, Dylan is going back to his training workout regimen. Yeah, keep in mind, audience, Dylan's family, they did the responsible thing in training Dylan and getting him a fitness coach. Hey, if you're in a superhero gig, you gotta work out. You gotta keep in top shape. Even the fitness coach is noticing, yeah, you're really determined now more than ever. What's that about? Next thing you know, you have Dylan's little brother, his stepbrother, bringing him a new watch to carry his sunstone in. Yeah, apparently Dylan's brother is really starting to have a really good friendship with one of the inmates that Dylan put away. It was that werewolf bat.
God damn it!
Well, no. In the kid's defense, You remember that kid had that werewolf bat's powers,
Oh yeah,
and you
yeah,
come
you're
to
right, you're
find
right.
and yeah, and you come to find out that they kind of have a lot of common. They're both considered the youngest in their families. They both know what it's like having to live to unreachable expectations and kind of be screwed. And he's kind of like seeing a little older brother in that werewolf bat guy. And he even asks him, "You wouldn't mind if I come visit you every now and then, right?" He's like, "Sure thing, kid. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything. I'm literally trapped in jewelry, So, all right, but apparently that guy is good at like some arts and crafts or whatever. So he and Dylan's brother made a watch for Dylan, right? So he could carry the sunstone in. The sister, now that she's still possessed by Caleb, the rogue son that got corrupted, their mother's trying to make sure that trying to perform exorcists or whatever spells or cantations that she could to make sure she isn't going to be possessed. And then we cut back to the school, right? This is where again it kind of gets a little interesting because Dylan, he knows he can't. He's not even going to try with his love interest because right now she has a boyfriend, and he's like he admits,
Proud of him.
look,
That's a real
I
one.
blew, yeah, I blew my shot. All right. Let me see. Let me read his exact dialogue. Like, the girl is trying to be understanding, like saying, "Dylan, look, we're friends. Look, I know this might be awkward to you, but Dylan is saying, Van, just stop, okay? Wait. I had my chance, but I did what I do best, and I blew it. So now I'll just stare at you longingly in the halls, and when you see me, just pretend I wasn't. But I'll still be left wondering what might have been. We cool?" And now she's like saying, like, honestly, every time I think I figured you out, you do something like this.
Yeah,
But then that's
old
when
bad boy Dilla would never say some soft shit like that in history ever.
now she's kind of like, okay, okay, this is a whole different side of you, Dylan. But of course, another woman who just happens to pop up in school, an older
And
black woman, an older black woman, and
it was
don't
super
worry,
smart.
don't worry, Austin, she's not super smart. She comes
I don't
in,
believe it.
she's a biker chick, ripped up jeans, ripped up leather jacket, sunglasses, uh, braided hair, and she came here looking for Dylan. Like she parked her motorcycle outside. She's like, Dylan, right? Shaggy hair, punchable face. Yeah, it's you. You pasty white boys all look the same to me sometimes. I'm
That's
like,
racist. That's
I,
racist.
I know, right? So I guess she has a pass or whatever. But anyway, she tells Dylan, "Look, we got some trouble outside. We're going to have to take care of that." And the girl's like, "Wait, Dylan, who's this?" And Dylan's like, "Well, I mean, I gotta go. So yeah, bye." All right. It turns out this woman, let me see if I can find her name. Oh, yeah, her name is Divinity. She's a bounty hunter. And apparently she has done work with Dylan's father in stopping bad guys, right? Granted, everybody has a different reason for wanting to stop a bad guy. So right now, they're looking to stop this one teenager who let's see, how can I put this right? He got his powers from Morningstar, and he kind of has like this orgy thing going on in this castle. Well, implied, he's giving people what they want, but they kind of have to serve him to do it. And he's also giving them powers as well, and he's also nerdy looking. So yeah,
And he's
absolute
definitely
power
taking
for.
advantage of people.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you look at the way most of the girls in this abandoned mansion look, and you're like, this feels like a
Hey,
brothel.
this guy looks like Peter Parker pre Spider Bite. Okay, he was not pulling
Yeah.
this woman.
Well, what a loser.
Yeah. You know. So the issue kind of ends with Dylan and with Broke Sun and Divinity. They're about to face all his orgy or whatever. Now that they all have flaming white skulls. So yeah, that's how the issue ends.
Go ahead. I just thought of something. So you know how Dylan had to walk out after her
Yeah.
out of school? So you think she got her motorcycle rolled away, so he had to like run around the corner and turn the rope and fly away, hoping no one saw him?
Might have to, man. Well, I would think like if you're in the superhero gig long enough, like Marcus was, he would give Dylan a tip or two on how to sneak out of school. So
That dude walked her out the front door now in front of everybody. And the black lady just ran in like, "Hey, you him? Let's go!" And it caused all that commotion.
yeah,
I'm like, people
yeah,
are
that
looking. That's all I'm saying.
that definitely flies by in school education systems, right? Like a random older woman comes in, tells a boy in the high school, "Come with me," and they both go out. Yeah, yeah, nothing wrong there, right, audience? Yeah, yeah.
The next issue is the super massive crossover for 2024. I didn't realize that.
Oh shoot, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah. So Radiant Red, Shift, uh, Inferno Girl, Rogue Sun, Dead Lucky, all over here.
Okay, okay.
So I
Super
literally everybody
massive.
but no one. No one did it. It's everyone but no one.
Oh damn, I did not notice that. Okay, okay, it's gonna come out later this month. Okay, so we
For
are gonna be talking
audience
about.
who don't know, this is the first time this has happened. While Supermassive, like the Supermassive crossover has happened, it's never been every character. So, like who
Yep,
had powers. This is the first
we
time that
had.
every character who has powers or
Mhm.
been important is in the same book.
Yep. I mean, we've had small bite size, like kind of like annuals, where okay, three of the Radiants team up, but not all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dead Lucky, yay! I guess you're there. Whatever.
Yeah.
Felt
If
so
she gets a
sorry.
different book, I might try it again. But her first book
Hmm.
was not it. But people don't know
Yeah,
that first book was not him alone.
she had a good music video. Listen to
Yeah,
that.
she had a good music. Her powers are decent. She can definitely
Yeah,
help.
gotcha. But anyway, alright then. That's it for
I
Rogue
want to,
Sun.
before we move on, I want to make an announcement that breaks my heart. I just found out today that the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is not canon. I just wanted to let that out.
That is
See,
funny,
see,
Cryptid. That's a very serious thing.
It was
That was the best thing to come out of Sonic for the last 30 years.
wow, the death of a hedgehog.
as
Wow,
an April Fool's joke, and it took my heart, and now it's been stomped. It's crushed. It's not canon.
shot through your heart, and
Yeah,
you're too late.
And the only reason it's
They
not
give
canon is only
love a
because
bad
they fucked
name.
up one scene. They could have just took the scene out, or they could have just been like, "Oh, this take place after Frontier," and they fucked it up.
They did.
Gotcha.
But it is what it is.
Gotcha. But anyway, audience, we have one more book of the night, and this one is actually a fan requested book by Hala. I forgot her full name. Hala. If you're
Tara
watching
Connor.
this, Hala Connor. Okay, cool. Who recommended that we read Danny Phantom, A Glitch in Time?
The
And I'm
timestamp would be what 138. I'm putting in the comments just in case because I know.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely. Thanks for that. By the way, Danny Phantom, audience, I don't know if you know this, but I like Danny Phantom growing up. I grew up on him. I guess you could say Danny Phantom is to me what Ben 10 is to Jake.
That
Except cooler.
hell no, hell no. Wait.
Ah,
I
yeah.
refuse. I refuse to believe that me, who grew up with both Danny Phantom and Ben 10, and then I refuse to believe you grew up with Danny Phantom as I did.
What? Yeah, I liked him, man. It was cool. He was epic. I wanted to get into comics, and Danny Phantom was kind of like a comic, right down to each
Jake, I'm
episode opening up
old.
with a
Jake,
cover.
I'm old. My birthday's coming up and I'm old. I
I'll
was
tell
not
you what's not
expecting you
old.
to
This
say
book.
this.
I never got to see Danny Phantom, which listen, that was not
Boo.
my fault.
Oh my
Listen,
You thought
god.
that
you
was
I'm
thought you
Nickelodeon's
angry.
fault. That was Nickelodeon's fault.
You saw Yu Yu Hakusho, but you wouldn't watch Danny Phantom. Wow.
Oh, I mean, I could go back and watch it, but it's not the same.
Oh
Listen,
my
I was so upset
god,
because
I am anxious.
I would look for this show. I would go to, I couldn't find it because SpongeBob was always on. So I went to elementary school the next day, and my friends would be like, "Did you catch that new Danny Phantom episode? Oh my god!" I'm like, I just like be crying in the corner because I
you
couldn't watch
couldn't
Danny Phantom.
you
I'm like,
couldn't
If
you
you
couldn't
get
join
a
the cool
chance,
kids.
I do say watch it since you like Ben 10.
yeah.
So you
Mhm.
already know. You saw the Jake that watches Ink Tank, who has this fan comic of Danny Phantom and Ben 10 crossover. So he already knows how ridiculous Danny Power Wise can be.
Yeah, I've also
Uh,
Mhm.
seen clips of the show. Like I know, like I don't know, like the whole plot. I just know like the gist of things that happen. But I just
yeah.
never said it.
Gotcha.
So
Well, I hope you don't mind these spoilers, because like a
you know, I
glitch
don't
in
care about spoilers.
okay,
Audience,
a glitch.
listen, I don't care about spoilers. Stop
I don't
Gotcha.
either.
Okay, because
I only
a
care when I
glitch
want to
in
mess with you.
gotcha. Because a glitch in time takes place literally after the finale of this series. You know.
It also rewrites the finale of the series a little bit.
Yep, by the end. So what happened at the end of the series, audience? Well, the whole town now knows Danny is Danny Phantom, you know? They just stopped like this one meteor of kryptonite ghost energy. Yeah, yeah, that's a thing. I forgot the term of it, but it's like think of kryptonite that only affects ghosts. And Vlad Plasmius, you know, Danny Phantom's arch nemesis.
I forgot
Yeah,
that was
he
his
revealed,
name.
huh?
I forgot that was his last name.
Yeah, Vlad Plasmius. True
Oh yeah, for
fact.
people who don't know, his voice actor passed recently. I think it was like last week or week before last.
Aw, that's sad. Um, fun bit of trivia though. They originally wanted him to be a vampire in this series, but you know they figured
You can
yeah, we
tell by the
want,
outfit
yeah,
and the
yeah.
name.
They're like, okay, let's just stick with the ghosts, but we'll keep the Plasmius on his last name. You know. So he ends up revealing to the world that he is, you know, a ghost. He is Vlad Plasmius, but he did this assuming that, like, you know, he's going to save the world, and the whole world's going to agree to kind of make him the leader or whatever, and give him the keys of the city, this and that. You know, he thought he was going to be a big shot, but his plan to stop the meteor failed. So then he realized, oh shit.
Uh,
Oh shit.
I bet this is what I meant by rewriting the ending. If you watch the
Yeah.
show for this event, The Rock hits Vlad and he dies.
We don't know he dies, he just gets hit.
No, if that Rock works how it is, he's supposed to be dead.
Okay, a slight adjustment. Okay,
And
I'll
this
give you
one,
that.
he just straight up doesn't hit the Rock at all. They made it so he just
Mhm.
dies the Rock. He's on an
The-
asteroid away from the Rock.
okay, yeah, audience, it was just like an after credit scene of the finale where like you see Vlad Plasmius on a rock, like contemplating, like, oh geez, what do I do now? I can't go back home. He thinks like the planet already got blown up. The next thing you know, that meteor just comes and smacks him. I don't. Okay, he somehow survived, audience, is what I'm trying to say. So, did you afterwards? Okay, so you get back to this series now, right? This glitch in time. You find out that the whole town now celebrates Danny Phantom. You know, they even build a statue of him.
As
The
they
ghost hunter.
should. And Ben 10 can get celebrated, so can Danny Phantom.
Yep. And they even go up a notch by you remember all those bullies that used to bully Danny in high school?
Yep.
Yeah, they're now all wearing the jumpsuit and being ghost hunters themselves now.
But
when
yeah,
You
Ben,
I, mean,
know?
I always thought that was funny because his main villain, whose name I can't remember right now, he's basically his Flash Thompson. I think his name's even away from the Flash.
I mean Blade.
Dash, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So watch him go to just the full and what the Flash route of, yeah, I didn't like him, but I'm a real big fan of Danny Phantom. Oh, you're Danny Phantom? Oh my god, bro, you're a big fan. It's so funny. Just watch him go, just do the full storyline.
And
Now,
Ben,
Yeah,
now he's a ghost hunter hero, like how Danny Phantom was as well. It's just a full Agent Venom story.
in Ben
yep.
10 Classic, Ben was had two bullies, Cash and JT. But when Ben's identity was revealed to the world, they were the first to stand up for Ben. So, you know, there's
Okay.
parallels
That's
for you
me.
there.
There you go.
So
Nice bit of trivia right there.
I just want because I thought it was just parallel. I'll just make it a parallel since we were doing.
No, no.
Gotcha.
In the Big Ten, I
Ah,
think it would have been way funner to see them still try to bully him. You think
that
Tyler would
doesn't
make
hurt
that any
either.
more cool, Tennyson?
To be fair, Cash actually beat Kevin 11 in a fight. So like,
There you go.
I mean that's canonical.
Lucky episode. So, all right. But anyway, getting back to this, they go about their day. Danny's feeling like something is coming off of his powers a bit. As a matter of fact, she's actually glitching through time. He doesn't know what the heck. He doesn't know what the heck's going on, and he feels like this has something to do with his powers because ever since their finale, his powers have just been on the glitch. Yeah, because keep in mind, audience, in order to prevent like the meteor from hitting Earth, all the ghosts decide to band together and use their intangibility powers to make the whole world intangible for the meteor to pass through. And Danny's feeling the effects of this. He feels like something messed with his powers after that.
Yeah,
But
credit.
yeah,
For a
yeah.
small bit of trivia, I found out that the creator that really did just want to do, he said he was inspired to do the reverse of what Kitty Pryde did to the Silver Bullet without about hit Earth.
Oh, yep, yeah. You could
Uh,
definitely see that impact.
yeah,
Yep.
she made the
So.
bullet intangible and he got stuck in the bullet for like a few years. Instead, they just made the Earth intangible so they didn't have to go nowhere.
There you go. There you go. See, that's comic book influence being shown in Danny Phantom. So, also keep in mind, audience, this is actually a trade. All right. So, I'm going to try making this as brief as possible because, yeah,
Yeah.
I was not
It's a
expecting this to be
long book.
long. Yep. So, anyway, while this is going down, you come back to Vlad Plasmius. He actually does come back to Earth. He comes back to the torn remnants of his mansion. Again, now he's a disgraced figure, and everybody now hates him. Ironically, the one person that actually has been his fan throughout his entire life was Jack, Danny Phantom's father, who,
Yep. Who stole the
who,
woman he loved.
yeah, yeah, I know, right? um, yeah, he had Vlad's back this whole time until Jack outed himself as a ghost and admitted, "Yeah, I wanna take your wife." So yeah, Vlad actually has nobody now anymore. But he does have his old base. He has his old resources, and he realizes, you know what? Maybe I could redo all this. So I'll go to the one person who can actually help me out. Clockwork. He's the ghost who keeps track of the time stream, right?
Yeah.
This is important because, Vlad comes up. Clockwork denies wanting to rewrite time for him. Like, hey, you fucked up. You have to live the consequences of your choices, like we all do. Vlad wouldn't accept it, so a brief bow goes on between the two. And unfortunately, this actually knocks down the canister that was keeping the
Danny
evil
Phantom.
Danny, who, yep, he just goes by Phantom. Yeah, there was a TV movie about it. Basically, think of the Joker who laughs, audience. This is Danny
For a
Phantom's
lot
ghost.
more sense and believable.
Yep. Yep. This is Danny Phantom's ghost that got fused with Vlad Plasmius's ghost. And he has no more whatsoever. He killed he killed all his friends and family in
No,
his
no, no.
time.
They died. No, they died before him.
Oh, wait, yeah, the
Oh
trauma. I
God,
forgot.
his origin is that the ghost blew up his family. He went to Vlad to get his emotions removed. Basically,
Yeah.
everything that made him human was made his ghost without feelings. So the first thing the
Hmm.
ghost did was steal Vlad's ghost and fuse, become the ultimate ghost, and,
Yeah.
and then he killed his own self.
Oh, yeah. He killed his human form. Yep.
Yeah, but he let
Yeah.
Vlad live alone on the empty earth.
Yep. Old, aging, no ghost powers whatsoever. Yeah, pathetic life. Eventually, our main Danny was able to stop him and put him in cancer, but now Phantom is back, and he decides to take control of Clockwork. So he kind of fuses with him now, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, he's now even more powerful than he's ever been. But because of
Yeah.
this, he has to use his powers to kind of control clockwork, or was it Clockwork or Clock King? I forgot now.
I believe it's Clockwork. The other
Oh,
clock dude is something else.
okay,
But this
okay.
guy is Clockwork.
Clockwork. Okay, just want to be sure. But anyway, so Clockwork, the bonding hasn't been fully solidified yet. Clockwork is still trying to fight back, but Phantom is just using his power to subdue him. But still, this is what's causing like our real Danny to glitch through time.
Yeah.
Of course, Vlad escapes. He goes back to Danny because, like, dude, this is like, dude, I know things are rough between us, but yeah, we had to stop this guy. And I could tell your powers are on the flux too, but hey, just so happens one of the things I've been researching all my life is actually trying to find the source of ghost powers. You know, it wasn't my
That makes sense.
destiny to find. It wasn't my destiny to find it, so I had no luck. But it could have been. It's likely your destiny to find this. So yeah, they go on an adventure. They go find it. Unfortunately, Phantom does come to the world, and he's going to destroy everything. He's going to destroy everything that Danny loves. Valerie even has to come in, stop, and Phantom outs himself as Danny, and this is kind of like what Valerie was always fearing, like a really powerful corrupt ghost. Because remember, Valerie saw Danny Phantom as a menace,
Yeah.
as like an evil ghost. And now you have Phantom, who is literally all her fears intensified to the extreme, you know?
Maybe she
So,
should,
He's
maybe she should
everybody's
call
fear.
Amanda Waller, get our problem solved.
This
Just saying.
yeah.
Dan Phantom is credited by the end of the series to be the strongest ghost, the strongest, most evil ghost in history ever.
Yep.
Period. And now he has
Yep.
the powers of time and space.
Exactly, you know? So, hey, Jake, imagine if your boy Reed Richards, you find a version of him that's everything you say he is, but more
That's every
vicious.
version of Reed. What are we talking about?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Then imagine you find a version of Reed. It's just Amanda Waller. He's like, I'm gonna plan for everything. I'm gonna take over
Yep.
Henry Ring. I'm gonna end it as well.
And if you breathe, you die. That's my robot. My robot kills you for breathing. There you
There you go. There you go. But anyway, I'm gonna be jumping around a little bit. So right now, Danny and his crew, they do end up finding like the source of of Ghost's power, but it's in the form of a story, actually. Yeah, how each ghost, like their powers are based on emotions. That is their source, or your emotion, or your goal. And this is what gets Danny to kind of think back. Actually, this kind of does make sense. When I had like my villains like Desiree, her ambition was, granting wishes. When I had when I went to what's his name? The hunter guy? Yeah, his ambition was, I'm gonna be the greatest hunter. Or when you go to that one therapist lady, her ambition was just feeding off the misery of others. Me, for all this time, my ambition was just to protect everybody, but now everybody's like, I don't have that ambition much now because everybody's already safe and whatever. So I have to have a new ambition, which is to be the bridge between the spirits and the spirits and the people. And now
Yep.
yeah, he kind of unlocked his powers to the full potential now with this. Eventually, so they jump back to the real world, and now they all have to fight against Phantom before he fully merges with Clockwork. And it's a really good moment because keep in mind, Phantom, the amalgamation of Danny and Vlad, and now you have Danny and Vlad facing off against him. This is Vlad like really shocked at realizing like, wait. You're telling me you got corrupted because you had me in you? Oh shit. Oh yeah, because these two have never met before, you know? And Phantom is just kind of like bragging about this to Vlad's face. You know, this is kind of ironic. All these years, you've been trying to get me to be on your side and to gain power just like you. And now look at me. You know, dude, this was like the doomsday of storytelling for Danny Phantom. You know, everybody's
Yeah.
throwing everything they have at Phantom. It's just he's so powerful, man. You know. Eventually, they do manage to subdue Phantom, and right now he's kind of breaking himself apart. Like they actually do separate clockwork from him, and for a brief moment, you find the humanity of Phantom for a brief second, and kind of realize that this guy kind of needs a second chance. You know,
But
I'm
before you
not,
go
I
on,
mean,
we were talking.
yeah,
You were talking about the Batman who laughs. There's actually a panel here
yeah,
where they do the Joker thing. We have the ha 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 in the background. That was
uh
actually pretty good. All you see is
huh.
when he first come out the hole.
This was a
It's funny.
precursor to the Batman Who Laughed audience. You know? But anyway, so uh right now Phantom he's kind of breaking himself apart because he's a being outside of time right now and that's unstabling his molecules or whatever. So really the only place that they could put him is their ghost hunting canister, you know? And Phantom doesn't want to be back there ever again, you know, to be alone. So Vlad Plasmius comes in and actually does something nobody expected. He has Phantom fuse inside his body. And are like, no, we all deserve a second chance because like that's Vlad's whole journey into this story. He wants to have like a second chance, you know. He realizes he screwed up. So yeah, man, seeing where he's seeing another person affected by his form, his ambition of fear, yeah, it just changes him. So he has Phantom absorbed inside him, and you know he agrees to handle him. So they leave, and you come to find out that yeah, because Phantom kind of fucked over with Clock King's powers, it kind of destroyed the timeline a bit. So Clockwork has to do like some repairing, which only gives Danny two options to repair. Right, one, I'll send you back to the real world. Everything is as it is, but you're going to lose your power. And the other one, everything will everybody will forget you were Danny Phantom. So yeah, Danny
You
chooses
have
the
your chance
alternative.
of one more date. What's your choice?
That is exactly what happened. Yeah, yeah. Glad you brought that up, Austin. So yeah, Danny chose the one more day treatment. But so everybody remembers. Everybody forgot Danny is Danny Phantom, except for Valerie, who was wearing that like little clockwork necklace. You know, the one that protects him from any time shenanigans. So yeah. So she's even more determined to kill Danny at this point, you know? As for Vlad, you know, he comes back to one of his evil lairs, you know, his evil hideouts. He remember audience, he was trying to clone Danny, right? He came close by cloning a gender bent version of Danny. I think her name was Daniela or
It
something
was
like that.
also
It was
Danny.
just Danny with an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny. Yeah, her.
Danny
But
Phantom.
anyway, Vlad comes back and he one of his test tube clones that look like that pretty much resembles Danny. He actually downloads his that phantom persona into
Yeah.
that body. And so
So
yeah, he's
so Dan
yeah.
Phantom now has a brand new body and powers, but the human emotion he lost a long time ago.
Yep. Clock King is like saying he is your responsibility now, Vlad.
I gave you the son you
No.
always wanted. Now be a good dad.
There you go. There you go. You know.
Yeah, you can't have Danny's wife, but Danny's mom, but you can have Danny. You can have Danny. So.
That's really
You
salt
could
in
have
the
been his
wound.
father, so we'll make him good.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, this was a good book. I mean, I really had to read this at a fast pace because it's just been a crazy week for me. But I'm definitely gonna look for a trade. I definitely want to. This is definitely worth a reread. If you're a Danny Phantom fan, definitely put this in your collection.
They
Thank you,
really
Hall, for
should have
recommending.
animated this as a movie uh, after they made
They,
it. This would have been a
they,
really good finale film for this franchise.
they, Yeah, that would have been cool, but it's such a double-edged sword because like the same thing could be said for Avatar. The stories we had after that, and I still enjoyed them
No,
reading
no.
them as a
Well, to be
comic.
fair, Avatar didn't get canceled. Danny Phantom got canceled.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Well, this is
that's
this
what
is
he did to give a satisfying ending.
gotcha. Yeah, and to resolve that cliffhanger at the end of Phantom, like you
Yeah.
see him trying to break out of the canister and this and that.
Mhm.
So yeah, this was better than just having to wait like what almost 20 years for the story we never gotten, like Hey
Yeah.
Arnold, Jungle Movie. I'm looking at you. So
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
because I know people. Someone might bring stuff or ask eventually. This had nothing to do with Butch Hartman, who was the original creator
Mhm.
of Danny Phantom. He didn't get no ideas for this. He wasn't contacted about this. He was not involved at all. So whether that's good or bad to some people, I know a lot of people hate him right now.
Ooh.
Because he's kind of an asshole. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
pretty much it. He didn't do anything like
Gotcha.
I don't think he did anything like super terrible. So I know he was just apparently an asshole, and he would
Gotcha.
take credit for
Gotcha.
some people's works and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, there are a lot of people hated him for a good while on YouTube, from what I remember.
Uh-huh.
But
Yourself this. Would
I
you have
think you
been?
can also tell that he wasn't even really involved. What do you want to say, Jake?
I would ask yourself this, audience. Would you have been mad if you still liked him and this book was made? This question I want to ask. But
Ooh. Ooh.
It's more
Food for
like
thought.
you can tell this moments where you can tell he didn't write some of this. I guess that makes sense. Like, and these aren't directly the characters that he wrote, but they're good enough and similar enough. I don't think that most people have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And also the changes might be a time constraint. Like you said, you had to read this fast, but Lad coming back and immediately changing the ways stuff. Like all that'll be fast for last time we saw the evil man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know.
So I was like, some of these changes might just be because we're reading it like this. So
Mhm.
it's hard to tell. I think it's a good book. I recommend it. For anyone who likes the
Yeah.
Phantom too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it does. This have a sequel book to it?
No, not at least not that I know of right now.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, they were just supposed to be
Yeah.
the finale to the franchise because it got canceled, and this writer had an idea. The Nickelodeon's like, go ahead, or we're not putting it on TV.
Gotcha. We'll give you the same animation style. We'll give you that. You know. So, all right, all right, audience. With that, yeah, we got through all the books. Yay!
we did. We
A
did it.
little bit past 1 a.m. for us, so but we got it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And don't
Mhm.
forget, if you thought we weren't, we had Amanda Waller on our side. So we were never going to. We had the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a long video.
gotcha. But all right then. Guess with that, you guys want to close out?
Her birthday is in 2 days. Y'all better watch this episode.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, birthday
So go
present,
watch
birthday
some
present, birthday
Ben,
present.
watch some Ben Tennyson. Go see what he's up to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I heard that Daddy Phantom beats Ben 10. I think it's might be possible.
I think if you give Ben
Ben
the Sword of Escalon and the Ultimatrix, I think he solos, honestly. But
10. Gotcha. Hey, isn't one of Ben's big nemesises a ghost?
Yeah, but he
It
that was
was
when he,
way
Yeah,
weaker than Danny Phantom.
yeah,
A ghost way weaker than Danny Phantom.
that was when he was a child when they got over.
yeah.
Well, bro,
Jake,
if
yeah.
Ghost Freak came back, you know they were gonna make him a big threat regardless. Somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, audience. With that, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.